Hello guys, this is Ratu498. This is a 2v2 commentary battles on Shogun 2 Total War. I am playing with Roos, and we are going to be fighting the Long Clan. Okay, so my build. I have a couple of Naginata warrior monks. I've got a few ninjas, and some Yariashiko, and about 3 monks, Naginata warrior monks. My opponent has largely Yariashigari build in front, a couple of bows, a couple of Naginata warrior monks, and some cav hidden in the trees on the left, I believe. Roos's opponent, same kind of build, just not the Yariashikaru. He's got the Naginata attendants instead, and the same kind of build, but he's got 4 Naginata monks. So in my cav, I kind of forget about them during this game. I send them off right far out of the flank and then completely forget about them. So a little bit strange by me. But I've got my ninjas, and I put them over by Roos's side. And here they are down here. My ninjas always seem to get charged by cav now. It's starting to get a little annoying, to be honest. But they do always seem to get charged by cav. But here it's only a light cav unit, I believe. Oh no, Naginata warrior monk unit. And they're going to do a decent job against these. Katana cav are the only ones who are really effective against the ninjas. As I said before, I completely forget about my cav units. Here they are over here. I went to hide them in the forest, and in that forest was a spear unit and 3 cav. So my cav get completely and utterly destroyed. Didn't even see it happening. So kind of stupid. I was over on the other side with the ninjas, so I wasn't watching at all. So in a second we're going to advance forward, and we're going to try and, well, basically I can see these great big Yariashigari lumps, and I've got my ninjas in behind my Yariash. So I'm just going to move up forward and just try and basically blow the hell out of them, because they're such lovely targets. They really are nice bunched up units, loads of men. So it should be good fun to get a huge amount of targets on them. We sent some Katana cav down, and they're going to get chased away now by more Naginata warrior monks. Roos has a light cav unit there, but he was going to charge it, it looks like, and then he decided to pull it away just the last minute. It would have got completely destroyed, so it was a good move to do that. He runs back to his spears get involved, and my ninjas are going to come in behind, and I'm not sure if the ninjas can hammer an anvil cav, but they're just about to try it anyway, and these ninjas do a good job against cav, so they should do pretty well. So as you can see, there's lovely bunched up units there, really inviting target to some ninja bombs. Down here, destroying the cav, war cry's gone off by Roos's and by his opponents. So those cav will basically right away. So my opponent's going to advance towards me now. He's got the bow advantage, and basically as soon as I see he's in range, I'm going to rush him. Just basically go forward and try and attack him with everything I've got. My ninjas will, as you can see, they've got the green little symbol above them, so they're now going to be moving hidden. So they're in their stealth mode, very sneaky. And they're going to be coming up, and they're just going to hopefully blow the crap out of these guys before I actually have to fight. As you can see, great big clusters of men. Really lovely. So his bow's now firing off. They're firing at my Yariash, which is fine. Acceptable losses. Cheap peasants, so that's okay. And now my ninjas have become visible. He just changes targets onto one of my ninja units, and here go my bombs. And they're just going to blow the crap out of these guys, because they're in such tight packed formations. Look, they're just getting thrown around all over the place. So, you know, I mean, relatively easy really. I had nothing too much to do, so just basically stand there and throw little bombs at them. I probably threw my Yariashigari in a little bit too soon. Probably should have waited till all the bombs went off and then thrown them in. But my ninjas now go down for the charge. And straight following that will be my Naginata going in for the charge. And over on this flank, my ninjas have gone in on this side with Roos's cav. Ninjas with cav, if you use your ninjas with a cav charge, the ninjas will deal with the spears really quickly, which will leave your cav very open to basically just come straight through the back. I believe I have one of those baseball units back here, so I believe they're going to go in next. He's trying to general snipe me, which is fine, to be honest. Everyone's kind of doing it nowadays, simply because of the fact that the amount of spears, it's kind of pointless using your cav to try and get behind people's generals and things like that. So people are just bringing a couple of bow units or a bow unit and just destroying them. Reese just basically charged straight into his guy, sent his strong katana cav straight through on the flank where my ninjas were, and managed to break his guy really, really quick. So Reese is pretty much done on his side. If you see what I did, I've got a couple of units down here on the bottom of the screen. They're my weaker units, and I chucked basically the majority of my force in the centre where Roos was. Because he had so much Yariash in front, even though I destroyed loads of them, it was going to be a case of they were going to be really, really difficult to rout, because these Yariash really do take some beating if you attack them head on. So I wanted to overwhelm them, so I attacked in one spot basically with the largest portion of my army, the strongest part of my army, just to try and break through. And then when you get behind the Yariash, they get scared from being attacked from behind, they run. Well, just like peasants. So, but this was the first game. As you can see, this is pretty much over already. So this was a good game to the long guys in the first game. Just showing you a bit of footage there. Reese is pretty much done on his side. A couple of cav units, more cav going in. Generals in standard fight. I believe they did actually manage to kill my general. Goodness, so not so great. While I've got a free second, I'd like to thank Teddy from YouTube for doing me the little intro thing at the beginning. Very nice of him. Thank you very much. There'll be a link in the description to his channel. So, right, we're going to come up to the second game. Just finish off watching this little bit of footage. And the second game is coming up. So, this is a good game to our opponents. Thank you for Reese for playing. And here's your second game. Okay, so this is the second game. This is my army. I've got a slightly different army this time. I've got 3 Irish Garo, I've got 3 National Warrior Monks. I've decided to bring a Katana Hero and the baseball guys. Gotta love the baseball guys. And a few National attendants. And 3 of my best Naginata Monk Cav. They've got everything. They've got Warcry, they've got bonus versus Cav, bonus versus charge, so they're better basically than any other cav unit you can get going. They pretty much do pretty well. Not really test them against Great Guard, because realistically people don't really take Great Guard at the moment. Just looking at my Katana Hero unit there, so people don't really seem to use a Great Guard at the moment, because you've got to use the retainer just for one unit. Kind of seems like a waste of time. Our opponents, spears, bows, pretty much the same as before. These are the same guys. This guy's got exactly the same build as he had before. Guy who faced Roos last time is now going to face me. And the guy who faced me last time has changed his build up a little bit. He hasn't got so many Yariash. I think he realised that they really didn't work too well. Yariash Garu do work really, really well. If you grab one of them with a hold firm, chuck them in front of the spear wall, they'll literally stand there all day long. So tactics like that work really, really well. So my couple of Yariash Garu in front. I've got both my hero units going down the right hand side at the top of the screen, and I've got my Naginata Warrior Monks down the bottom of the screen down here. Now, a little bit worried about the general sniping this time, so I leave my general back a little bit, and I bring him in just after everyone else has gone forward. My cav's gone behind. Seeing what this guy did before, I was expecting hidden cav, and there it was. Quite a few units of hidden cav up here, I believe there were. So my guys' bows are firing in at me. Just basically going to clear away the National attendants, and then should be easy enough to get to his bows and destroy his National Monks pretty easily. So my heroes at the top have got 3 of the Naginatas, and all through the line let the Naginata attendants fall right away. My cav at the back will win that cav fight. They're much better cav, even though it's 4 versus 3, they will win it. Roos has gone in for melee now, and he's going to do a decent job against his opponent. Because there's the dojo in the centre, it's very, very narrow fighting on maps like this. You can see the buildings, you've got to fight in between the buildings, you can't position your men on the buildings. So Yari Ashigaru and some decent Naginata Samurai can hold them positions for very, very long periods of time without too much of a problem. Warcry's going off all along the lines up here. War cries on my cav, war cries on his cav all gone off. As you can see there, pretty much won that cav fight. And I'm going to come down the bottom now and go try and take out these bow units, which, because obviously I've got 3 Nationality Warrior Monks, very, very vulnerable to missiles, only with the 2 armour. So I wanted to try and take those bows out as quickly as possible. And he's also shooting at my general again, so I wanted to get rid of him as well because of that. So one of my hero units, I believe that's my Katana hero, have managed to break through the line, and they're going to come through the back and help out destroying the bows. Over here, Roosters using Sealer. It's just basically 2 melee blobs, one each side. Rooster's got his bow cav firing in, so Rooster's at the advantage at the moment. He's dismounted his bow cav. You dismounted bow cav, they become more accurate. Also, because he's using mounted samurai, they've got good melee stats as well, so you'd be able to hold yourself if you do have to get into a melee fight. So I've pretty much done my guy now. A couple of cav charges from the rear, pretty much finished him off nice and quickly. Cav is still very useful, although people don't tend to bring much of it now. Even no matter what the unit is, whether it's a Naginata Warrior Monk or Naginata Samurai, they will still get rout away really, really quickly with a hammer and anvil. So don't underestimate the cav. So it was another good game to our opponents. Thank you guys for playing. Thank you for Roos for playing with me. Please rate, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.